Long time no see, guys. Today we're going to be working on a classic upgrade video. It's been a while since we've done something like this. So today we're going to be upgrading the 2021 Rav4. This is my wife's SUV. This is a hybrid. Love this vehicle. This has been a fantastic, I love this thing. But today we're going to be upgrading a little bit. I think she's going to be pretty happy. So what we're going to be doing is upgrading the radio. So looking in here on the inside of the vehicle, this is what the factory head unit looks like. Pretty small, pretty lame, hard to see the map. So we're going to be upgrading this today. Let me grab the new unit. You're going to love this thing. This is the new head unit here from TopDisplay. Now they sent this out to me, asked me if I could do a video on it, and I said, heck yeah, free upgrade for my wife's car. I'd love to check it out. So one of the biggest things about this is, one, it's a bigger display. I'm going to be able to see the maps better when we're driving around. This is like our road trip vehicle currently, so being able to navigate better is a giant plus. But I want to make sure the audio sounds good. Surprisingly, the Rav4 stock, actually I don't know if they are stock speakers. I bought this used, but whatever's in there sounds pretty good. So I don't want to, mess with the quality of the sound. So I'm hoping this head unit either makes it sound better or at least keeps it the same, because I'm pretty happy with the way it sounds. Go ahead and get ready on this install. Now, the first thing I did here was I kind of installed this mess of cables off camera. I apologize, but the main black one goes in there. Then there is a black and white one coming off of this CAN bus box here that came plugged in already. I plugged that in right there. Then this guy for USB, it's labeled here USB. I plugged that in there. Then this is for the reverse camera. It comes in the package, and I plugged it there, and then I plugged it together into the main wiring system. So I'll pause here for a second so you can see how I have everything plugged in. I don't believe you can mess it up. Everything kind of goes where it's supposed to go, and it won't let you plug it in where it shouldn't go. I also plugged the radio in right there. So that's what I got going on. It came with a bunch of extra stuff. You can plug in 4G. We're not going to do that right now because I don't have a SIM card for it. But we're going to go ahead and get this stock radio popped out. So I believe at this point the tools you need for this are a 10mm and a plastic pry. TopDisplay was nice enough to actually send a tool out. So I'm going to go ahead and pop off this plastic piece right here. I think that's what needs to come off. So let me do that real quick. So I was just able to pop that off like so. Just pry it up on it. Next step is those 10mm bolts right there. There's 4 of them, 2 on each side. So I got all 4 of the bolts out there. I'm gonna try to pull this out. Oh, and that's how she comes out. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is actually take a picture of the wires back here in case I need to plug everything back in. I know how they came out. Okay, so I got the head unit out. So the plugs there. Seems like quite a lot of wires. Scary. Let's try to get this new one hooked up. So at this point, it's becoming quite the mess. I ain't gonna lie. A little bit of a spaghetti I got going on here. But I'm kind of just playing like a puzzle, okay? So, up here I have the new head unit sitting. And then, we got all these plugs, right? I'm going through and I'm seeing what matches up. Now, everything matches up to something. Now, there's going to be some leftovers from the factory one that we're not going to use this time. I can tell you that. So I'm just going through, like I plugged this one in, it matched up, black, boom. I gotta find the power one. I just plugged the radio antenna one in, and I think that's that one there. It fit right in there perfectly. So that's kind of how I'm going along this. I'm just going like this, grabbing one and plugging it in. So for example, I just plugged this gray one in here, and it did actually not fit in this. Even though it looked like it was the same shape, it would not fit. So I believe there's no way to mess this up. You just gotta plug it in. It seems to be, at this point, all plug and play. So I believe I got everything hooked up here. These are gonna be for like an amp or something. Here are some leftover plugs we're not using. Surprisingly, we're not using this black one either. And then that blue one, I did not find a spot for either. I plugged the USB in, gray to gray, everything lined up there. So yeah, I think this is good. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this put in, and hopefully nothing catches on fire when I turn the vehicle on. Well, that is the new display. The new radio is in. I just put one bolt in it. I'm just gonna test it out here, make sure everything turns on and works as expected before I finish up the full install. So give me 1 second. Wow, I didn't show it, but I'm not even kidding, guys. That was like an instant, like it instantly turned on. Like there was no waiting or anything. The stock one would sit there. I mean, it wasn't that annoying, but it would take about 5 seconds to actually pop up. So I'm gonna turn the vehicle the whole way on. Yeah, see, I mean, the vehicle's on now. It's a hybrid, it's why I didn't like start, but yeah, it's on. Ooh, and it feels very fluid. Interesting. This is very cool. You can sign right in the Spotify. So this is basically just a, oh yeah, right there. Yeah, this is basically just a Android tablet that you can use. This is cool. We might have to change the the background there. Let's see if is this like pre-downloaded music or something? No matter how hard I try, you keep breaking through. There's no talking. So first impressions right now, everything seems to be working. We're going to test out a few features here. One of the ones I'm really excited about is wireless Apple CarPlay. So as you can see here, this is my wife's phone on the screen, and this is whatever Apple's Maps is called. What is that? Apple Map? I don't know. Whatever. You can automatically go to that by hitting this Z Link button, and you set it up. Put the password in. It's 0000. It's the default Bluetooth password. Seems very fluid. I'm not going to click the maps. I don't want to dox myself, but yeah, it seems very fluid. The reverse works. Check this out. That's pretty cool. And I have both phones set up to it, and I use it with my Android Auto, and it worked great, and it sounds pretty good. So I wanted to show you guys just how fast this unit is compared to stock. This is probably the coolest thing about this. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the vehicle on, and it's on. And honestly, that just looks so much better. That just really brings the whole vehicle, I don't know. This is a 2021, but it just makes it feel like a lot newer, I guess. Bigger screen, but not too big. I think it's perfect. And we forgot to do one thing. Uh-oh. Guys, how are you supposed to pull that off? Does the button come off? Is this even supposed to pull off? I'm kind of committed at this point. The button has to come off, right? Uh-oh. Okay, well, crisis averted. We got the peel off. All you had to do was take scissors to it. Maybe I did it wrong. Let me know in the comments if you think I did it wrong. There was no way to easily pop the buttons off, so we just kind of cut it around, and looks really good without a cover on it. Well, all in all, that's going to be a 10 out of 10. That was probably one of the easiest things I've ever installed on a vehicle the whole time I've been doing this whole vehicle stuff. Easy and straightforward. Just plug and play. Way better than I thought it was going to be. Now, it looks great on the inside of the Rav4. The stock unit really looked dated. It looked like it was the first touchscreen to ever be in a vehicle. This new one really makes it look like a up-to-date vehicle. It's faster, more responsive, and it's wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So you gotta love that. I'm gonna keep doing a review on this unit, kind of like a long-term, see how long it lasts, see if I have any issues with it, so stay tuned. It'll be linked down in the description. As always, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. It means a ton to me. Shout out to TopDisplay for sending this radio out. It is a big upgrade to the Rav4. I'll see you guys in the next one.